Hey everybody, welcome back to another video, and in today's video we're going to be going over some life stories that are really interesting to me, or hopefully to you guys. But enjoy the gameplay in the background, enjoy the lo-fi music, and just chill around. You know, you could just flip your phone over if you don't want to watch the gameplay and just listen to my voice and the lo-fi. And yeah, let's get started. So when I was very young, my parents were finishing up school and had to watch my two sisters. So I had to stay with my grandparents. And my grandparents had a farm which I loved and got raised in. They had a house in the city too, but we mostly just stayed at the farm. And then there was a McDonald's by the farm too, so we'd eat there. And my grandma's a really good cook, so then we'd have like sticky rice, we'd have like just a lot of food, like just a lot of good food. I think I actually stayed at the city for longer than I was at the farm. I'm not really too sure though, it's all a blur, but I can remember some bits. But I would stay at the city house, I think, for most of the time, and there was Sonic right next to it, and dude, Sonic was like the best. And there was a grocery store over there too, so I'd had like a ton of pizza rolls, you know, bagel bites, just a lot of great food. And still to this day, my grandparents give me a lot of food. The Sonic cheese sticks were also the best. Those were my favorite on the menu. And like a chocolate milkshake. But my childhood was great. You know, I got to be raised by my grandparents. We had a farm, we'd go there occasionally and have fun over there. You know, we had a 4-wheeler. We had cows. Feeding the cows was like one of the best parts. Driving the tractor, getting the hay, all that stuff. And then I would occasionally be visited by my cousins, so I wasn't too lonely, and my aunts too. So I wasn't too lonely and all that. But it was fun growing up there, because I had a lot of people who loved me, who cared about me, and I had a lot of place to escape, like the farm, help my grandparents out when I was a little kid. And there's a lot of cool stories there, but I don't know a lot of them. But I'll tell you guys some from what I remember. So I have 2 cousins over there. I have 3 cousins over there. But at the time I only had 2 cousins over there because my other cousin lived in Atlanta, but that's besides the point of the story. So I had 2 cousins over there, and one of the summers my sister visited too. Both of my sisters, I think. I don't really remember. So it was either my sisters visited or not. I don't think they did actually. And then my 2 cousins at least one of my cousins showed up and brought a BB gun. And they were like BBs. And guess what I did? I picked up the BB gun's like ammo, and then I shoved it right up my nose like an idiot. I know, I'm pretty dumb, but I've learned to this day to not stick up a BB gun bullet into my nose because I was panicking. I was like seriously panicking, but luckily I had a lot of boogers, so it didn't go anywhere like back, so then I wouldn't like choke on it or whatever. I probably would have swallowed it, but who knows. But I got stuck, and the only way to get it out was to blow my nose. And I didn't really know how to blow my nose back then because I'm just a kid, a small child. And I didn't really know how to blow my nose, so then my grandma had to teach me how to blow my nose, and eventually we got it out, which was good, and I'm here today to give you guys content. Another story was about my sisters visited me in Kansas, or just not visited me, like came up from the summer with me too. And then we were driving the four-wheeler around, and then there's like this like hill, it caves in and then goes back up, and then we have to cross that to get into some other land that my grandpa owned, and to just like ride the four-wheeler around. And so I'm sitting in the front, my sister's sitting in the back, and we go and cross it, just like any other time. And then I think my sister went just a little bit too fast, and there was like this thing that shows you like how fast you're going and your gas, and then I slammed my nose right into that, and then everybody's freaking out. My sister holds on to me, turns around, and goes back. I almost hit my nose on it again, and then she gives me to my grandma. I'm bleeding out of my nose a lot. I'm crying too, and then I'm coughing up blood, and it wasn't too good. It was actually very scary because, I'm bleeding out the nose, I'm coughing blood out of my mouth. Not exactly something to not be scared of, but anyways, I'm fine, I'm good. But to this day, you can still see the indent my nose had on that four-wheeler, because my grandpa still has it, and it's pretty fun. There's another time where my cousin who moved from Atlanta to Kansas went to my grandpa's farm, and we drove the four-wheeler around, and then we eventually stopped and took a break. I'm sitting, so there's this telephone line, and the four-wheeler was sitting right on top of it, and my grandpa and my cousin were doing something, and then I'm just sitting on the four-wheeler under a telephone line and a telephone pole or whatever, those things that come out of telephone poles, whatever. But anyways, so there's, do you know what sits on top of telephone poles or whatever? Birds. And you want to know what happened? Well, the bird had to go number 2, and there was this white poop on my head, and I'm like, I think I touched it, and I was like, what is this? And then come to find out, I see a bird, and then I put 2 and 2 together, and I figured out I had poop on my head. And luckily we have a hose outside, so my grandpa and my cousin grabbed the hose and sprayed my head down. There was this other time, and also during my childhood we had 2 dogs, Lucky and Remy, I want to say. Probably not Remy, no. And we had 2 of them, 2 wiener dogs. Lucky was mine, and we eventually gave the other one to my other cousin. And I took care of Lucky for a long time until I had to go home. Then my grandparents had to take care of him. And then he got really sick, and he had to go. And then my other dog, Remy or whatever, went with my cousin, and then my cousin eventually grew up and went to college and had to give away the wiener dog. And yeah, those are just, I had 2 dogs growing up. They were pretty cool. I mean, probably made my life a lot better, I would say. And yeah, and I still visit my grandparents every summer, but sadly the last summer I couldn't because COVID, and they're old enough to where it's a risk. But I hope you guys are enjoying the gameplay, and hopefully the commentary. I installed a new microphone thing to hopefully make my voice a lot like lower and more studio-ish. Hope that sounds a lot better for you guys, and the recording's in 24 FPS. from the comments from you guys left on some of my videos to record in higher FPS. So I'm doing that, and I hope it looks a lot better. 240 FPS from 60 FPS. I really hope it did a difference. But I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Hope you guys enjoyed the commentary. Hope you guys enjoyed the gameplay. Hope you guys enjoyed the lo-fi. And I'll catch you guys on Saturday or Sunday, Super Bowl weekend. Let's go Chiefs.